Today I'm repairing peeling lacquer on my car bonnet. But will it work? And should I be trusting DIY videos on this with millions of views and great results? Although you might be wondering how it got like this. A pressure washer. And I'd been quoted £300 to fix it, but they couldn't guarantee the work. So here I am, armed with tools. Ooh, that's hot. It was surprisingly hot for September. And step one, a job that I really hate to do, is wash my car. Although actually, I just did the bonnet. And I'm trying to get rid of any grit now to make the next job less painful. Step two, spread the peeled areas liberally with more soapy water. This isn't de-icer. I recycled the bottle. And I caressed, yes, caressed with a 600 grit wet and dry sandpaper, rubbing in circular motions to remove anything loose. And I'd keep respraying, making sure it was nice and wet, and repeat, and go over the lacquer with my hand until I felt it was smooth. Oh no!
Nope, not happy with that.
I spent a long time on this, and honestly, almost nothing of it felt smooth.
Hate it.
But this was the result. Lots of bare metal. So what would you do? Try and patch it up and risk being laughed at a body shop? Or take it to them now? Here's what I chose.
So that wasn't fun. Due to the sheer volume, I think, of the amount of lacquer that I've had to fine sand with 600 to 1200 grit, I did accidentally take some of the paint off in some areas. So I've actually just placed an order to Halfords for some red chili, because it's a mini, some primer. Then I'll get to the clear lacquer stage. But right now, I just don't like it. Is it going to look good? We'll just have to cross our fingers.
I felt invested. Plus people had messaged me on Instagram saying a complete respray was needed and that I could do it, and I couldn't do it. So I wanted to find out for myself. I prepped masking tape, removed trim where I could, used an abrasive scourer to key it all, and go over it again with those alcohol wipes, and face masked up to spray red primer.
Wish me luck.
I gave it one coat. It dried quickly enough for me to build it on the bare metal areas, and the rest was already red, and there's definitely no going back now. I very lightly sanded with 1200 grit to remove any slight bumps before spraying with 2 coats of the final colour. This time though, I used a heat gun to try and get an even finish. I'm not convinced that was a good idea. Now for the clear lacquer, and this is where it started to go horribly wrong. It's quite painful to watch. It was slow going, came out patchy, and not that high gloss. And even though it's well ventilated, I still felt really lightheaded. My husband helped me spray it together, but we're rushing it. And well, the worst kind of embarrassing thing happened. We got drip marks, tried to spray it out, and it just wrinkled up the paint underneath. And it was at this point I thought, I think I've been patient enough. Although I was really curious how the rest of it would look buffed out. The colour was right, but the shine definitely wasn't. And you might be wondering how it looks today. Perfect. I found a garage up north charging 300 quid for a whole respray from bare metal with the right equipment. So would I do it again? Definitely not. But speaking of cars, if you fancy doing maintenance under a carport, then I'll leave a useful video link here.